What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Storm Limbic and in today's video I have something very interesting for you guys. Now I wanted to know for my channel in what kind of niche I wanted to be, and I've come up with something that I like a lot, but considering the global pandemic, I can't make any videos about that. And that subject is traveling. I love traveling. I love planes. I have traveled a lot during my life. So I have that chance that I have traveled. And so I wanna share with you guys how it is to travel, and I want to make cool travel vlogs with amazing b-roll and cool sunsets and time lapses and all that kind of cool stuff. But with the global pandemic I can't travel, so I was thinking about ways that I can in fact make videos about traveling without traveling because of the global pandemic. So in today's video, as you may have seen in the title, I'm telling you the story time of my vacation to Thailand. This was in 2018, so in the photos and videos that you may see, I look a lot different because it was 4 years ago, and yeah, puberty. So I guess I glue up and I hope so. So let's dive right into this video. I hope you enjoy it. The travel all began in Toulouse, where I depart for all my my traveling. I always go from Toulouse to Amsterdam, and then from there we go to the places we are going. But in this case, we didn't go to Amsterdam, but we went to Paris for our flight to Phuket. And Phuket was our destination, but we had a layover in Abu Dhabi. So we flew from Toulouse to Paris in a day, and then we flew with Etihad from Paris to Abu Dhabi, and we stayed there for one night to fly further to our final destination of Phuket in Thailand. Now, that night in Abu Dhabi just was a simple layover, but oh my god, it was amazing. We stayed at the freaking Abu Dhabi Yas Marina Circuit Hotel. It was the best hotel I've ever stayed at in my entire life. And because it was like off Formula One season and anything, it wasn't in fact that expensive. So we could afford one night at this amazing hotel. Unfortunately, it was only one night, but it was an unforgettable night. I had the best sleep I have ever had in those beds. And it was just a very cool room. The curtains were closing automatically with a button. So me as a 14-year-old, of course, I was playing around in the room, switching all the lights, touching all the buttons. They had LED lights in the shower with colors and stuff, and everything was amazing. And then I had that balcony with a view on the circuit, which I was just it was amazing because, as some of you may know, and as you know from my last video, I'm a big Formula One fan, so it was really amazing to stay at that hotel. But then that was just a layover. We flew from Abu Dhabi the next morning to Phuket, and when we arrived, we drove right to our first stay, the Roy Palm Beach Resort in Yanui. Sorry for my pronunciation if you know the pronunciation of any of these places. I'm trying my best, but it's not that easy. So yeah, we stayed there for one night. It was quite great. It was a really cool resort, and We were dealing with jet lag right there, so we basically just hang at the pool for like the entire day. And yeah, that was our stay at the Warai Palm Beach Resort. And then the next day, we drove a little bit to the north to go to our next destination, and we passed through a beach which is near the airport, the Nanyang Beach, which is exactly in front of the airport of Phuket, so you could go see planes basically fly over your head, and you have the impression that you can basically touch it with your finger. And after that, we went north to Koalak Beach, staying at the Swan Palm Beach Resort in Koalak. It is the best beach and the most beautiful place I have ever seen in my entire life. The sunsets there were amazing. We were staying at the beach resort right there. There's a lot of places right there because it's, in my opinion, yeah, it's the most beautiful beach I've ever seen of my entire life. So I really, if you're going to Thailand, please take a look. Even if it's just for like an hour to watch the sunset there, it's amazing. Even though we can travel, when we can travel again, I really hope some of you guys will have the chance to go there and to watch the beautiful sunsets with that firehouse, sorry, in our view. And then it's just a beautiful place. And we were staying in this hotel, which we was like, I think 50 meters from the beach, so that was an amazing place. And for the first few days of our stay, my dad wasn't here because he had to work, but when we were staying there, he eventually joined us, and to celebrate, we went to this place where we had a lot of drinks. And with those drinks, we in the evening did a bowling with a coconut and with our drinks, which was my idea. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but it was my idea, and it was very fun to celebrate that my dad was joining us. So yeah. And the day after, we traveled north and left Phuket for the mainland and headed to Koa Sok Riverside Cottage, where we went kayaking on the river, which was very nice. We met with a lot of locals there. The guides were explaining everything about the jungle, because at this point we weren't on an island anymore. We were really in like the middle of Thailand, in the jungle. So yeah, that's what we did. And the next day was one of my best memories from my stay in Thailand. We stayed at Sheo Lan Lake Cabanas, and that basically consists in, there was like cabanas on a lake, and the Cheu Lan Lake is a lake which on which every Thai person has to go in his life in order to have a good life. The locals there were saying, if you haven't seen this place, you're not a real Thai person. So it's really crowded there, with like locals, but also a lot of tourists. And there's a lot of cabanas there, like the ones in which we stayed, because it's a huge lake. We had a 1 hour boat ride just to get from the coast of, well, not the coast, but from where we departed from the boat to the cabanas. and we stayed there for just one night. We went on safaris on a boat, and we did this one amazing hike taking us to a viewpoint with an amazing view over the entire lake. No, in fact, you couldn't even see the entire lake because of its size, which was like amazing because we were very, very fucking high up. So yeah, that was Cheulan Lake. It was really nice. We stayed there. Like, there wasn't any electricity, Wi-Fi, anything. It was just the most relaxing feeling you could ever have. Heading back south to the Phang Nga waterfalls. Well, it wasn't our destination, but we headed south, back to Phuket basically, and we went through the Phang Nga waterfalls, to eventually arrive at Home Phang Nga guest house, where we did a bay trip through the national park. It's just water. It's a national water park basically. Visiting James Bond Island and Koh Pani Island, which James Bond Island is a very famous island because of the James Bond movie. There's a hike there, and it's amazing how that rock just like kind of fell down. And then we, as I said, went to Koh Penai, which is a Muslim island, just made out of. It's a Muslim island, but it's not actually land, which is like amazing. And I played soccer on one of the most famous soccer fields in the world. You can Google it, the most famous soccer fields in the world, or like dangerous, or I don't know, but I saw a video from most famous soccer fields in the world, and I was like, holy beep. I played on that soccer field, so that was really cool. And eventually the day after, we drove the entire day heading back south to Phuket to stay in our final destination, which is San Suri Apartments near Srin Beach. It was a 4-day stay, and we were staying in this apartment, and we basically in our stay there just like laid on the beach the entire day, which was really the relax we needed on the end of our vacation, which was very, very nice. In that stay, we ate breakfast at the Butterfly restaurant. The Butterfly restaurant was ran by a man with his wife, and it was the most amazing. Well, I'm just so hyped about telling this because the man was the nicest man I've ever met in my life. He always had a smile on his face. And one day for breakfast, I ordered French toast. And I'm just gonna make this story quick, but I ordered French toast. He didn't know what it was, but he still wanted me to make it. So he wanted us to teach him how to make it so that I could get my French toast. Now, you need cinnamon to make French toast. So, and he didn't have any, so he went to the small market first and the big market after. But it was really funny how he said it. He said, yeah, I go to small market first, and then, but they didn't have any cinnamon at small market. So he went to the big market, and there they had cinnamon, so he could make me my French toast. My mom taught him how to make French toast, and I ate my French toast on the last day of my vacation. And it was just so nice how he was smiling the entire time, and he really wanted to learn how to make French toast because he saw that a French lady next to me, she heard French toast, and she was like, oh, it's not on the menu, but oh, I want some too, you know, really nice. So he saw that there was demand for French toast, and so he really wanted to learn how to make some. And the last day, on our way back to the airport, we got a quick look at Banana Beach, and then headed back. This time we didn't have a layover in Abu Dhabi. We just went straight from Phuket to Paris and headed home. So that was my vacation. I remember Thailand as the most beautiful country I've ever seen. Now, I've traveled a lot of places in my life when I was little, so maybe it has to do with the things I can remember. But from the things I can remember, this was the most amazing vacation I've ever had. So I hope you liked this video. I hoped you liked the information I gave about the places we went and how beautiful they are. So if you're ever visiting Thailand, please consider going to those places. I really recommend them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm posting videos every Sunday now because Saturday isn't quite the good planning for me. But yeah, so videos every Sunday. I'm trying to post every week. So if you like this video, please drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.
Ryan Little.